I wake up before the alarm, not because of noise, but because silence feels supervised. For one day, I am Lamine Yamal. The name lands first, the body follows later. The room is the same shape as yesterday, but the air behaves differently, like it knows who I am now. My phone is already vibrating, not ringing, vibrating. It's trying not to scare me. Messages stack themselves without waiting for permission. Congratulations, reminders, a warning about what not to say today, a calendar that assumes I will comply. Before I say a word, the world has decided I am busy, important, protected. Yesterday, I was anonymous. Today, anonymity is treated like a security risk. I sit up and notice the door. It's not locked, but it might as well be open. Access is implied. If I leave the room, someone will appear. If I hesitate, someone will interpret it as strategy. I haven't done anything yet, and already I'm being managed. Power is strange because it arrives without context. I didn't earn this morning. I inherited it overnight. Authority clings to me like a borrowed jacket, tailored perfectly, itchy everywhere. People will nod before I finish sentences. Some will agree before I start them. Others will disagree politely, which is worse. Rules don't disappear, they soften. Consequences don't vanish, they multiply. There's a knock. It's gentle, it always is. Security announces itself by not needing to. An assistant asks what I want for breakfast and whether I've seen the headlines. I haven't, but apparently they've seen me. I'm trending for existing. There's a reminder about training, a sponsored check-in, a request to approve a photo that implies joy. I'm asked to decide things that used to decide themselves. Time slots, emotions, public meaning. What shocks me isn't the money or the fame. It's the assumption that I know what to do with them. Every word I might say today has weight, not because it's wise, but because it's mine. Silence will be interpreted. Jokes will be archived. Hesitation will be analyzed. Childhood is not canceled. It's scheduled. I look in the mirror and wait for recognition to kick in. It doesn't. The face is young, the status is not. That mismatch hums quietly, like equipment left on after practice. I feel responsible for reactions I haven't caused yet. I feel protected from things I never asked to be shielded from. This isn't excitement. It's orientation sickness. Power doesn't ask if you're ready. It checks the calendar, opens the door, and expects gratitude. I know this power expires at midnight. That's exactly why I use it wrong. I don't start with a statement. I start with silence. I ignore the drafted posts, the safe talking points, the reminder that my words are considered assets. I leave the phone face down and walk outside without telling anyone why. That alone becomes a problem. A teenager walking down the street is normal. Lamine Yamal walking down the street is a logistical error. Security follows at a respectful distance, respectful enough to be invisible, visible enough to be felt. The first thing I do is say something I'm not supposed to say. Not offensive, not rebellious, just honest. I tell a journalist who didn't ask that childhood shouldn't be sped up for content, that highlights are a terrible substitute for growing up, and that talent doesn't mean readiness. I say it casually, like a thought, not a manifesto. Within an hour, it's framed as criticism of clubs, of systems, of ambition itself. Headlines appear where my tone has been replaced with intent. I didn't accuse anyone, but apparently I implied everyone. That's how influence works. It fills in blanks aggressively. Next, I do something worse. I help someone without documenting it. A youth coach I know is struggling to keep a local program alive. No sponsors, no cameras. I transfer money quietly, ask for nothing back, and tell him not to mention my name. He agrees, then apologizes later because people noticed anyway. Money behaves differently when it comes from someone famous. It leaves fingerprints even when you wear gloves. By afternoon, there are rumors. Secret donations, hidden agendas. A theory that I'm positioning myself politically. I laugh at first. Then I stop laughing when I realize sincerity is suspicious only when it comes from power. I skip an official appearance, not dramatically. I just don't show up. No explanation, no apology. That's apparently unforgivable. Articles speculate about attitude problems. Analysts discuss discipline. Silence, I learn, is considered a statement once you're important enough. I decide to lean into the discomfort. I speak again, this time publicly. I say that adults profit from young bodies while pretending it's inspiration. I say pressure wears a friendly face now. I say protection often arrives too late and too loudly. I don't name names. I don't need to. People assign targets on my behalf. The reaction is immediate and theatrical. Supporters call it brave. Critics call it naive. Executives call it concerning. I watch my words mutate in real time, like they're being translated into a different language called acceptable narrative. Later, I do something unforgivable in celebrity logic. I act ordinary. I sit on a bench. I eat badly. I joke with friends like nobody's listening. Someone records it. The clip goes viral. Apparently, it's either refreshingly human or deeply irresponsible. No one seems to accept that it's just a person sitting down. By evening, institutions react. Statements are released about values, development, context. None of them are wrong. None of them are responding to what I actually said. Power doesn't argue with truth. It reframes it until it fits. I start to understand the real rule I've broken. It's not speaking honestly. It's speaking without permission. As the day ends, I'm less amused. Not because of backlash, but because of efficiency. Reality bends too easily. Meaning follows status. Truth becomes louder or quieter depending on who carries it. I didn't change the world today. I exposed how fragile it already was. When midnight approaches, I feel relief. Not because responsibility disappears, but because interpretation will soon stop clinging to me. Tomorrow, I'll go back to being unheard by default. And for the first time all day, that feels like freedom. The last hours arrive quietly. No countdown, no ceremony. Power doesn't announce its exit. It just starts packing while you're still talking. I can feel it thinning. Responses slow down. Messages become shorter, less urgent. People still listen, but not with the same posture. The invisible leaning in begins to relax. I'm still Lamine Yamal, technically, but the expiration date is close enough that the magic is already wearing off. What surprises me most is that influence leaves before identity does. I still sound the same. I still think the same thoughts. But the weight behind them is fading. Tomorrow, if I say the exact same sentences, they'll land like regular noise. No headlines, no interpretations, no institutional concern. Just opinions again, floating without escort. Doors don't slam shut. They simply stop opening early. I think about how fast it all came. Security, protection, attention, authority. And how little of it had anything to do with who I actually am. Power wasn't attached to effort or wisdom. It was attached to recognition, a name, a symbol, something people agreed to treat seriously. For one day, I rented that agreement. And renting is easy. Living inside it must be unbearable. Fame doesn't remove fear. It replaces it with better lighting. Every mistake becomes a lesson. Every silence becomes suspicious. Every choice is treated like strategy, even when it's just exhaustion. Privacy doesn't disappear. It becomes conditional. Freedom doesn't vanish.
It requires clearance.
There's a strange humor in how efficiently the world organizes itself around you. Entire systems wake up early just to manage your existence. Then they complain when you don't follow the schedule they built without asking. I imagine doing this every day, waking up knowing that my tone matters more than my intent, that being human is acceptable only when it's digestible, that growing up is allowed, but only in ways that don't interrupt the product. No wonder people inside power become quiet. Silence is the last place where interpretation struggles. As midnight approaches, I don't feel sad. I feel sober. Tomorrow, I'll return to a version of life where mistakes are smaller, words are lighter, and attention doesn't track me like weather. I'll lose access. I'll lose protection. I'll lose the ability to bend reality by accident. What I keep is awareness. I've seen how uneven influence really is, how temporary, how arbitrary, how truth doesn't change, only its amplification does. Today, I borrowed a megaphone. Tomorrow, I'll speak without one again. The unsettling part isn't losing power. It's knowing how easily it was handed to me in the first place, and how many people live their entire lives unheard, not because they lack truth, but because they lack the right name attached to it. Disclaimer. This video is a fictional, satirical thought experiment created for entertainment and reflection. The story, narration, and perspectives presented do not represent the real thoughts, actions, intentions, beliefs, or private life of Lamine Yamal, or any individuals or organizations referenced. All scenarios are imagined and symbolic in nature. The purpose of this video is to explore broader ideas about fame, power, influence, and public perception, and how authority can shape meaning and behavior in society. It should not be interpreted as a factual account, biographical portrayal, or statement about real events or real people.